Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I'm going to show you two clips. One is like 3 minutes, the other is like 6. And I want you to bear with me on it because it's extremely interesting. This is going to focus on, again, how women tell stories about their relationships, how women phrase things, how they put things, how they position things, and essentially how they lie, how the women lie about the condition of their relationships. And then when you ask them questions or you press them, then they have to say more. And then it's not at all how they presented it to be in the first place. So here we've got this chick who comes out, and the video kind of went viral. I'm dating a broke guy, but he's got a good personality. What should I do? Right? Type situation. So this one is the one that's 3 minutes. We're going to let her rock. Let's go.
Broke guy, and it really sucks because he has the best personality, hands down. I have so much fun with him, but it's like it's gotten to the point where right now I'm not doing as financially well as I normally do. So in the past, like, we have taken trips, but I've paid for the trips, I've paid for the hotel, I've paid for the rental of the car. If we've been to concerts, I've paid for the tickets. He does what he can when he can, but he doesn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? But he does what he can when he can. But it's gotten to the point where it definitely sucks because I'm not doing as well financially. I can't afford to do things for two people. I can't even afford to do things just myself right now. So because I can't afford to do things for two, we actually don't do anything. We haven't done anything. Like, if I'm being for real, for honest, like in September, for my birthday month, he does celebrate me around those times, though. He does celebrate me around the holidays. He does celebrate me around my birthday. But yeah, it's been October, November, December, January. So for the past 4 months, me and him, we just been like sitting ducks. And yeah, it sucks. Like, it's crazy because I don't think, like, I feel like females come online and talk about, like, look what he bought me, look what he got me, look at where he took me. It's like the ones that are dating the broke men, we don't talk about it. But it's like, no, I mean, I don't know, there has to be like a conversation about it. And it really sucks because I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where if I'm not the breadwinner, or if I don't somehow make my life lead me up to making income for two, I don't think that I'm going to be able to be with this person. And it just really sucks because like I said, he has like the best personality, hands down. So I'm on here to ask, what do I do? And don't be too cold. Like, don't be too rude. You know what I'm saying? Because I had my narcissist ex-boyfriend who made way more money than I did. And that wasn't the answer. Like, so it's like, where is the common ground? Like, and obviously I do have a little bit of fear. Like, if I stay with him during this whole time and I continue to help out, is he gonna just walk away when he does better? It's just, it's so scary. It's so crazy because it's like, I really like him, and I really like don't want to like not be with him, but at the same time too, like, I'm too effing old to do this shit. Like, I've already spun around this block a few times. Like, I'm dating.
Now, if you listen to that, you would think a couple of things. The way that she phrased all of that, you would think that he's possibly a homosexual. maybe that he's living on her. You know, he's there with her. She's taking care of everything. She's footing all the bills, and he's just a good time. And he doesn't really have a lot of ambition, and he doesn't really have like too much going on. And you're led to assume a lot of things according to how she's phrasing this stuff. Now, what I need you to do is pay attention to what she said. All of the stuff that she said she paid for is all leisure. All of what she said fell into the leisure category because she talked about paying for trips. She talked about paying for leisurely activities and all these other activities. And she only pointed out that has been like 4 months since they had the last time that they was going somewhere or doing something. I don't know what these chicks think these relationships are supposed to be, that every couple months y'all supposed to be kicking it somewhere. Like, that's not even how that goes. And then she tells you where she gets it. She gets it from social media, right? This is a very superficial chick, because if you go on her TikTok, she done had dimpleplasty, right? A facial surgery to give her dimples, which I find to be ridiculous. And she has all these other things going on her page that nothing but superficial fluff on her page, just foolishness on her page, right? And so she tells you where she gets this stuff, like, on social media, the women are bragging about what they got doing for them, doing for that, blah, blah, blah. Now, the way she said all that, well, how you thinking this man ain't got no job? How you thinking this man ain't got nothing going on for himself? He just bumming off of her, and he a whole Build-A-Bear homosexual bum. But somebody asked in the one of her comment sections, does he have a plan? Like, people want to know now, right? Like, is he content with his current situation? If yes, I personally couldn't date him, unfortunately. This one's the 6-minute one, where now she's got to go into all of this explanation. Let's go.
It's a good job. But I also feel like he has a job. It's a good job.
He has a job, and it's a good job. She opens in the first 4 seconds, telling you that this man has not only a job, he's not somewhere flipping burgers. He has a good job. Let's continue.
But I also feel like he has a lot of debt. And then I also feel like he's the type of person, like, he jokes to me or whatever because he's like, I'm so nice that you would have to be like the opposite because I'm not that nice. But it's not that. I think I know how to say no, like, to people. Like, if it's a no, it's a no. I don't care what you need. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like I work too damn hard. I'm really trying to make it out of where I am. Like, and that's the way I've always been, like, I don't know. So he has a job. It's a good job, but there is a lot of debt. But then again, like, the way that the world has been lately, like COVID and inflation, it has been a little bit hard. And he's a homeowner. I'm a homeowner.
Did you catch that? There's a bit of debt. There's been some hard time for him because of C-19. And then inflation, basically the economy affected him. He's a homeowner. And she said, I'm a homeowner. So the both of you are homeowners. You see how when you ask a question, now they got to come out with it? He's got a good job and he's a homeowner. He's in debt. Now, he could be in debt for any number of reasons. If C-19 could have furloughed him and he's just now getting back into the job market, and it's just been a struggle because you get into debt during a time where you can't work, especially if it's extended. People are living paycheck to paycheck. Even if it's a good paycheck, you live paycheck to paycheck. Rent gets behind, bills get behind. You got to buy stuff on credit. You got to get stuff on credit. You got to borrow. You got to do this. You got to do that. So now when things pick back up to where at least you can work, you're working from now behind the 8 ball. Okay. So now you've got to make up all that debt, all that stuff you bought on credit, all, you know what I'm saying, where you needed it, you know, and all that type of stuff. Now you've got to pay that stuff back. And you have to pay your current bills also. People, depending on what was going on, what their financial situation was around the pandemic and all of that type of stuff, it has taken some people years to get back to a normal place. Normal meaning they no longer have, they're able to clear the debt that was incurred. And with this inflation, very difficult to do, because the dollar does not stretch the way that the dollar stretched just a few years ago, right? Just pre C19 stretched better than it does right now, right? So these are all reasonable things that could account for the fact that he now has some debt that he needs to clear. Probably not trying to lose his home, you know, things of that nature. So he doesn't have the money. This is why she called him broke. He doesn't have the money to do all that extra stuff. She apparently did. So she did it. And it's like, okay, you do it, because I don't have money for that. I have money for my necessities of my life. She made it seem like she was taking care of him. And that is certainly not that's not the situation. Just in 52 seconds, she completely debunked 3 minutes worth of rambling about how broke he was and how she feel like she got to be the breadwinner. She used the word breadwinner as if she was taking care of this dude. He's taking care of his own stuff. He just doesn't have all of that money to be splurging on stuff he can't afford. That would be called fiscal responsibility. That is financial responsibility. If I don't have extra money to be doing this, that, and the third, why would I be putting myself out there to do this, that, and the third? If I already got some debt, and maybe the debt is manageable at this point, but if I do such and such, it's not going to be manageable at all, then why would I do all of these little leisure trips? And you know what I'm saying? I almost can't go on these trips because I got to work. So it's almost like I can't do this. That's probably what the 4 months was about. Not only her funds getting a little low, but it's like, I can't keep taking off work, or if he even has to take off work, who knows what his work situation is, right? Let's keep going.
So sometimes when you have homes, things happen, and they're not small things. Like, they cost thousands of dollars. So he's basically the type of person where there's not really like a rainy day fund. And I'm the type of person where I'm all about the rainy day fund. Like, I am the queen of, no, I cannot get my lashes done. I need to save those $200. Like, that's literally why, like, I wear strip lashes, because strip lashes are cheaper than getting lash extensions. I don't do my eyebrows. Like, nobody does them for me. I do them myself. My nails, like, yeah, I just got my nails done, but it's been the first time in like 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, before that, I just kept them bare, natural. Like, you know, I'm the type of person where I'm like, if I don't need it, I don't need it. If I want a new pair of shoes, I sell an old pair of shoes. Like, I'm very so much that human being. So sometimes I just don't really know if there's a real game plan that's actually going to be put in motion. Like, and then it's so crazy because sometimes some people have different luck than you do. Like, I know, and I always am super grateful to the universe, to God. I'm very lucky. I've always had really good things happen to me. I've always been placed like in the right space for a blessing. So, and sometimes like I see the way things happen to him and I'm like, why is that happening to you? Like, what is going on? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you step on some shit? Like, did you step on some negativity? Like, you know, so, you know, do you guys believe in like the evil eye? Like, what is going on? Like, sometimes, like, literally, I see the way things happen to him. I see the way his life unfolds for him. And I'm like, why is this happening to you? Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I do know his family. Because at first, I swear,
This is rambling. But in the rambling is what I want to pick out something. Now she's critical of the things that's going on. If he's having a hard time or difficult situations are coming up in his life, as if there may be something wrong with him. That's called life. Sometimes you're in a period of your life where you don't really have a lot of super stressful things happening to you. It's pretty even keel. Things are going along pretty, good for the most part. There's nothing, that's happening that's just, outrageous in your life. Think your day to day is going pretty good. And then there are times in your life where everything is tumultuous. Everything seems to be in an upheaval and in an uproar, and it's like just one after the other. And you're like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And until you put those fires out in your life, then you can go back. It's called peaks and valleys. It's called life. Everybody go through it. Some longer than others, worse than others, whatever the case may be. But here's the other thing I want to point out before we end this. He does not want her. That relationship's going nowhere. How do you know that, Crimson? You don't know them because he has not shared a plan with her. He has a plan. She's under the misunderstanding that he doesn't have a plan, that he's actually actively working. He is actively working a plan for his life. She is not included. She is chilling. That's why she's got that worry in the back of her mind. Like, man, if he do better, he gonna be gone. He is. And it's not, and she gonna tell everybody that he used her. Not really. Not really. And this is how a lot of women get caught up in situations. If it's been months and months and months, you have been in a relationship with someone. A man, if he ain't told you his plan, what he gonna do, what his future look like, and how you fit into that, you don't fit. You don't fit. That's why he ain't tell you. Because it don't got nothing to do with you. Because everything that he planned and everything that he trying to accomplish had nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. You ain't part of it. If you feel left out, you left out. If you don't know what he doing, how he moving, and why he moving like that, that's because he don't want you to know. Seem like he moving a certain way, but you don't really know. That's because he ain't tell you. And when a man don't tell you, when a man don't include you in no future plans, like when he talk about future plans, if he talk about them, like for the most part, they won't even talk about future plans with you at all because you have nothing to do with those. He'll talk to you about what's going on right now. He don't talk to you about no future. And if those future plans are discussed in a really, really vague way as to where you can't get no grasp on them, that's because they're not for you. So this man has not shared with her the plan that he is enacting in order to get on his feet again and to get into a particular space again in his life. That's because she ain't got nothing to do with it. She need to chill. She need to go ahead and knock that, bid him a fond farewell and a sayonara. Not because he's doing anything wrong, but because that relationship is not going anywhere. She's wasting her own time. She's spinning her wheels. This is why women need to know how men think. Because he don't think like a woman. She'll tell everybody he doesn't have a plan and he's not ambitious. That doesn't seem to be true. Men who are, if he's anywhere around her age, look like she might be early 30s, late 20s, and if he's anywhere around her age and he already own a home, this is not an unambitious man. This is not a sorry man. This is not a bum. But she had you believing that from the first video, right? Right. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.